from exploring and seeing the vast oceans on our planet. And now I'm into probably the greatest and most strenuous journey that I've ever undertaken. Partnering with my blind friend Chris and building a house. We've got a guy who's busy leading this build who can't tell a straight line from a skew line. This can't be a recipe for success, or can it?
So Riaan's taking on the role of foreman. Basically, he's going to be my eyes. I just want to get stuck in and prove that a blind man can do anything that a sighted person is able to.
I guess when we named this building Blind, we wanted to be honest about what we were going to do. But when you say it over and over, it gets scarier and scarier. We are going to be building blind. Proudly brought to you by Everite, home of Nutec, building solutions that you can trust.
This shot.
I'm right here.
Shot, yeah, this shot.
Oh, this shot. No, he stands in the your right hand side.
This is Sean. He's the big chief here.
Nice to meet you.
While I was working on St. Helena Island, which is in the South Atlantic Ocean, working there as a chef, and there was a guy who had imported a couple of brick-making machines, and I kind of dabbled a little bit in the building industry, even though it's only the point of watching it. So the way that you make a concrete brick, which is either used for paving or a block, is you have a machine that kind of has, it's a mold, and it stamps these bricks out. So you mix what they call crusher dust, which is basically stones ground into a fine gravel with a certain amount of sand and a marginal amount of sand and a lot of cement. And it goes through a machine which mixes it and hops it and puts it into this mold, which then stamps them out onto the ground, pulls back, and they just get shaken to settle, and they just dry. They dry hard. So it's quite a simple technique. There's no baking involved in making a cement-based brick. There's just a week plus worth of curing time that happens. And that's the type of bricks we're going to be using. They're called Maxi Bricks. So they're the same size as a standard brick or an imperial brick. They're just a little bit taller, which means less courses, less labor, and less cement on the courses in between. And given that they're not a visible brick, they're largely underground in the foundations, that's what we've chosen to do.
Chris walked into our office, he and his wife one day, and he said to me, he's blind and he would like to build a house, and if we can help him with material. I said, Chris, we can do that, but are you going to build yourself? He said, yes, I'm the blind builder. He would like to have a Maxi, and I said, well, we manufacture Maxis and we can help him. I'm not blind, but I can imagine myself doing a building project where I can't see. So it's a question, you have to feel everything. You have to visualize, if it's possible, to visualize everything you want to do and how the house must look like. And I think you have to have a fantastic team around you to help you guidance in that direction.
All bases are covered.
Do you take vitamin B?
Captain Morgan.
Captain Morgan, vitamin B for stress.
I don't know who this is.
Devlin, how's it?
I don't know who it is, but it
Cool,
feels
man.
nice, and I hope the freaking not coarse.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh, just come and give me a hug. I just want to hug us nipple. Hey.
I'm going back.
You're going back? Okay, thanks for saying hello. Sorry, Sean. We had a team of guys working on the land to help us clear the rocks and rubble from the foundations, getting ready for the next stages of the build. And this team of guys are quite jovial and happy, and they talk really loudly, or not that loudly, but they talk a lot, and it clearly disturbed our next door neighbor because she started making some quite aggressive comments through the fence. Talking, people talking is against the law.
Well, I hope you heard what I had to say. They're saying bloody thing all freaking day, and it's not them, it's your husband and the rest of it. Blah, blah, blah.
So I decided to almost confront her and ask her, you know, why is it a problem, and do you seem so unhappy, and all of that. And she just became, again, a little bit aggressive about Chris.
I'm trying to understand what the problem is with people speaking. Who's the only person screaming, lady, is you?
So I decided to just record her, because I think sometimes people don't believe me when we say these things about our neighbours. So we decided to just record what she was saying.
Trying to understand why you're so unhappy with life. You are. Why? We've only tried to be friendly to you, and from the time we came here, you've been rude.
It's just an interesting interaction. She keeps our lives interesting.
This is fine, I think. Okay. The man must test and say, but it's this where the plants are, this stuff. Yeah. Feel that? See, that stuff is what must go. It's like a spring. Yeah. That's what we need to take. So maybe a rake. With our trenches in, our structural engineer came and had a look, and he's come to realize that this ground is a little bit spongy. It's got so much organic matter in the top part. So we've had to remove all the sand that we piled up on top of it and turn that into topsoil. And we have to cut basically the top part 150 to 200 millimeters to lift all of this spongy, soft bit away. As you can see there, it's full of plant matter, and cut to about that level. They'll compact it, and it just keeps coming back to the same. So they won't be able to get the plate compactor to flatten it and level it. Or if they do, the stuff will rot away, leaving hollows underneath the concrete foundation slab, and that could then very well crack. Unfortunately, we can't now get machines in to do this work. It has to be done by manual labor. So I've got a big team here the last few days and a few more to help scrape all of this off and remove it so that we can continue. It's awesome just to come and step down all by myself and be able to navigate around, know where the rear patio is, where the braai is going to be, where my bedroom and office are going to be. It's nice to have that feeling of, you know, it's solid, it's there, it exists now.
Difficult to work with Chris?
Yeah, almost is a lot of stone here. So we have to remove everything. Yeah, so it's
He's asking, is it difficult with me?
No, it's not difficult with you. We are here about you. Yeah, you are doing everything.
Because maybe I tell you something's over there and then it's actually over there because I don't know which way.
No, it's a part of job.
It's part of understanding.
So we don't have a problem about
cool.
that.
Today our bricks have started to arrive, so the truck has brought the first load and they'll be bringing loads through the day. And yeah, while cameraman Jacques was walking around the bricks, he had his little fall in the clay. That's number 2 for him. He's got a bit of bloody arms and things like that, but so far so good. It's Riaan 1, Jacques 2, Jim about 5, Chris none. So I'm going to be an arrogant, smug bastard about it until I have my fall. I'm saving it till last. I'm going to have a big fall.